everyone, my name's Christine and I'm the founder and admin from PSSM and MFM Awareness, and you are watching part 2 in our series of how to travel your horse stress-free. In this episode we are going to be starting to go over the loading phase, so let's begin. In this series we are going over how to travel your horse stress-free. Last week in part 1 we went over why horses find travelling stressful, along with the different forms of transport. Today in part 2 we are going to be discussing and demonstrating all things loading. We will be showing you how to load your horse in the most stress-free way possible. Let's begin. Loading, the first stage in travelling your horse. It also happens to be one of the trickiest. In my 28 years of owning horses, I have lost count of the amount of horses I have witnessed who refuse to load by bulking, running backwards, rearing up and even flipping over. A horse that doesn't load ends up a stressed, sweaty mess before they even get on the horse box. It also leads to a very stressed owner who not only has trouble loading their horse, but if they do manage to get them on the horse box, they then have the stress of worrying further if they can load them again at the show to bring them back home. That is where I am here to help. In this episode, I am going to be showing you how to load your horse stress-free so you can load them first time, every time. Let's jump to it. Step 1. Groundwork. Before you even attempt to load your horse, you need to make sure that your horse leads respectfully. A horse that isn't leading respectfully is not only a danger to themselves, but it's also dangerous to you, as they could run you over or barge you out of the way when loading them, or when they're on the horse box, causing serious injury to you or themselves. But how do you teach your horse to lead respectfully? Let me show you. This is a method I have used on all of my horses, and it has worked on every single one of them. This method is something I call the stop and push back. It will teach your horse to lead respectfully in his own language, with zero violence. Here's how to do it. When leading your horse, he should never pull. He should walk respectfully at your pace. Speed up and slow down when you do, and he should always walk and stop at your shoulder, never in front and never behind. For this exercise, all you are going to need is a head collar or a controller head collar like a Julie or a Be Nice. If your horse is really strong, I highly recommend using a controller head collar, as in a normal head collar you won't be able to control your horse enough to do this exercise. So here's how to do the exercise. Take your horse into an enclosed arena, so either a menage or an enclosed field, and walk your horse around. While walking your horse, I want you to walk a few strides and then stop. When you stop your horse, he should stop at your shoulder. If he stops in front, then push him backwards so he's standing at your shoulder. Then give him a head rub and repeat the exercise again and again and again. You can even play with it and have some fun. Try stopping after only 1 step or even 2. See if your horse is really paying attention to you. After a few repetitions, you will find your horse will start to get the idea. You will also find that your horse will actually enjoy it too. By the end of one single session, I can guarantee that your horse will be leading much better. But you will need to repeat this exercise daily for a good few weeks, and also do refresher sessions to keep the idea in your horse's mind. Your horse leads correctly when he stops at your shoulder, with no pulling on the rope at all to stop him. He should stop at your shoulder when you stop, along with slowing down and speeding up his pace when you do. Once your horse is leading respectfully like this, you can then move on to the loading phase, which is viewable in the pop-up.